When you hear Kawasaki, you probably think motorcycle first, but they have always been involved in aerospace engineering as well, especially in the early 20th century, developing fighter aircraft and engines. And now what they've learned from motorcycle engine design is coming full circle in informing a new generation of piston aircraft engines. So let's start with the history of Kawasaki and the development of aviation technology over time.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Kawasaki, as a company, we were founded back in 1878, so we do have a very long history. We are part of Kawasaki Motors, which is the division where we focus on primarily the recreational products known by Kawasaki Motors and other products as well. The history of Kawasaki motorcycle actually started from Kawasaki Aircraft Company back in the days, where we designed and manufactured aircraft as well as the aircraft engines. Since then, the motorcycle business started, so really our roots of the business has started from Kawasaki aircraft business. So today we're here bringing in the Kawasaki motorcycle engine technology, and we're just back to where we started the business.
So let's talk a little bit about the technology that you've developed for motorcycles, some of the things that you have learned from motorcycle engine design and how that can translate to aviation.
Okay, so the product offering which Kawasaki has today, almost every of them are powered by gasoline engines. And when I say gasoline engines, it's not just the regular gasoline engines. We do have a lot of requirements and restrictions, and the biggest part of it is all of our engines has to be very compact, light-weighted, especially talking about the motorcycle engines. The engine always has to fit between your two legs. You can't make it a bulky, heavy engine. The vibration has to be well-tuned. So lots of requirements, and by designing and manufacturing those engines, we have learned a lot over the decades. So that experience and knowledge, we are bringing that over to the aviation engine. Now, looking out along the future, hydrogen is something besides electric and hybrid, which Kawasaki has been working very hard on. This motorcycle is a result of Kawasaki working with other major Japanese automotive company back in Japan. So what we do is, back in May of 2023, we formed a research body among Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Kawasaki, also Toyota Corporation is part of it because they do have a long history of working on hydrogen passenger car. So those companies formed a research body with the idea of working together rather than compete each other, especially when the development is still at the early stage and we all have to learn a lot going forward. And this is one of the test vehicles which we brought to the public last year. We had a demonstration run at the Suzuka circuit back in Japan. We have participated 2 Dakar rallies back in 2024 and 2025. So things are moving forward. The reason why we do hydrogen is, again, just to provide the option to the market and the customer. We're not trying to push the market to a direction because in the end, the market and the customer, they're going to decide what they want. All we can do as a manufacturer, we can provide options, and that's what we're trying to do here.
So let's talk about the aviation engine development and the timeline that you expect to maybe start your first testing, if you know that, and how that's going.
So currently the engine is under development back in Japan. That's where the R&D research testing is happening. We are still at the early stage of development. However, the testing is happening right now. The results which we have been seeing is so far very promising. Our goal is to have the engine certified by 2030. So yes, it will be still several years out from now, but as a Japanese company, as a manufacturing company, we want to make things right. So we will be taking very step-by-step approach. So by 2030, you will be seeing our engine in the market.
Let's talk about the one collaboration that you can tell us about the aviation industry.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We have a working relationship with a French startup company. They're called Aero. What they do is they have the hybrid propulsion aircraft. So what they are thinking is they will be using Kawasaki engine and merging together with a motor to make it a hybrid aircraft. So our part is to provide the engine and work with them, and that's moving forward.
Is there anything that you think people misunderstand about what you're doing, or is there a common question that you get that you would like to clarify?
Sure. So we're here, obviously, automotive background. We do have a motorcycle engine here, but what we are trying to do here is we're not trying to simply bring the motorcycle engine into the aviation industry and hoping that'll be work for the customer in the market. Yes, the engine is an engine, but we are well aware that there is a clear difference when it comes to the engine requirements. One of the examples which I will give you is the motorcycle engine is something we set the engine speed from the lowest RPM all the way to the highest RPM for the customer to enjoy it. It's just how we do it. However, on the aircraft engine, the engine setting should be very different. So some of those things we are well aware, and we are making those changes as well. Our aviation engine is going to be a clean sheet, ground up new design engine, so it's not going to be a motorcycle engine. However, the foundation, the experiments, the craftsmanship will be brought in from the motorcycle side.